Welcome back to another video, and today we are checking out the all-new KUIU Hip Quiver that was just announced a couple weeks ago. In 2024, we've seen a lot of impressive products come out. I feel like companies are really starting to up their game to remain competitive in the hunting and archery community. But to be honest with you, I was a little surprised at this release because it is a little different than some of KUIU's core product lines. And then not to mention, as soon as I saw this quiver, I thought to myself, wow, that thing is super familiar. But the reality is this quiver is coming in at a very affordable price point, and you're also getting a lot with this quiver. So I just want to break this down in case you guys are looking at this as a possible option to upgrade to in 2024. Now, as far as the overall material goes, KUIU decided to go with a 330D Kedora fabric. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Kedora fabric, it is super durable. It is very lightweight. It's also water resistant because it's coated in a polyurethane. Now, KUIU decided to go with a ripstop design, which is nice because it is going to keep it from getting snagged or frayed as you're transitioning through some of those outdoor 3D courses. Now, the overall dimensions of this quiver is it is 16.5 inches long, it's 9.5 inches wide, and then it's 3 inches at the thickest point. It is available in two different colors. You can get it in this gunmetal gray or a coyote brown like color. So you do have a couple options that you can choose from. Now, as far as the overall layout, let's kind of break this down. This is an ambidextrous design, so you'll be able to run it on your left side or your right side depending on if you're a right-handed or left-handed shooter. You do have two side storage pockets, which you'll be able to put whatever type of gear you want in there, Allen wrenches or anything miscellaneous, pens. You also have a front dump pocket, which would be good for scorecards, maybe even a cell phone. And then you also have a front zipper pocket, so if you want to put your keys or your wallet in there, anything that you definitely don't want to lose while you're out on the course, you can stuff it in there, zip it closed. It's going to ensure that it's going to come home with you. You also have a dump pocket on the very top that runs the half length of the quiver, which would be good for any type of bow stand or any other type of gear, snacks, or anything you want to toss in there. Now, as far as the arrow containment section, as I mentioned, this is an ambidextrous design, so you do have two different compartments if you're running it on your right or your left side. What's nice about that is they do have arrow separators. So for me personally, I run the bulk of my arrows in the back, and then I keep two loose ones up front, which are my two primary arrows that I shoot on a 3D course. But what's also nice about that is if you're testing multiple arrow configurations, you can kind of keep those separate so you're not accidentally grabbing that wrong one. Now, all the clips, pull strings, and buckles are all a Duraflex hardware, so they are a little bit higher end. And then when it comes to the belt, it is a rigid belt design. Now, keep in mind that the width on that belt is a little bit on the smaller side. It's coming in at about 1.5 inches. Now, on the back side of this quiver, there is also a very large zippered dump pocket. So again, if you want to put anything in there that you definitely don't want to lose, you'll have that option. Now, what's nice about this quiver is you can set it up to where it floats freely along this belt, or you can actually Velcro it to the belt, and then it's going to remain stationary. It comes with a Velcro patch on the very inside of the quiver that rides along that belt. If you want it to go stationary, then you just basically remove it and then Velcro the quiver to the belt, and that's going to keep it in place the entire time. Now, next, let's kind of talk about some of the accessories that you're going to get with this, because like I said, you are getting a lot with this quiver. It's coming in at a very affordable price point at $145. But in addition to the quiver, you are also going to get a water bottle holder. Now, I saw a lot of people talking on the Total Archery Challenge Facebook page, kind of complaining about the overall size. You can definitely fit a 12-ounce water bottle in here. You can fit a 16-ounce Nalgene bottle in here. And I would say for probably 95% of the courses that I shoot, a 16-ounce Nalgene bottle is more than enough water. I've actually never drank a full 16-ounce water bottle at a local 30-target course. But if you are going out to like a Total Archery Challenge event and you want to carry more water, they do supply you with another hip pocket, which we'll kind of go over a little bit later. But that is obviously going to increase the overall storage capacity, and you could very easily fit another 16-ounce Nalgene bottle in there. Now, with this pocket, you can run it on both sides of this quiver with these attachment loops. You could run it up top, or you could run it on the belt. They do give you the ability to kind of set this up or customize it how you see fit. Now, as far as the release pouch that comes with it, this is a pretty nice design. I do like fact that it's a little bit bigger in size. It does have a drawstring, so if you're hiking some of that rougher terrain, you can cinch this thing close to ensure that you're not going to lose your release. And then what's also really nice about it is it does have a separator in here. I'm constantly going back and forth between a hinge and a thumb button, and when I run them both in my release pouch, usually they're clanking around, so that separator is going to prevent that and keep your releases from getting scratched up. Now, as far as that additional belt pocket, like I said, this is definitely going to increase the overall storage capacity. Just like the quiver, you have the option to let this float freely on the belt, or you can remove these Velcro patches and secure it so it'll stay in place. But as you can see, this is a very large pocket. It does have some storage compartments on the very front, and then it also has a zippered back pocket. This is going to be a great option when you are shooting some of those longer courses. You want to, run a quiver, ditch the backpack for a tack event. You can stuff snacks, additional water bottles, extra releases, Allen wrenches, any type of gear that you might need out on a Total Archery Challenge course, first aid, bug spray, sunscreen, all that stuff you'll be able to fit in here. Now, next, I just want to quickly talk about kind of the elephant in the room, right? As I already mentioned, this design is very similar to the Kifaru setup, but the main thing that I want to talk about is the price differences between these two. As I already mentioned, with the KUIU, 145 bucks, you're getting all this, whereas on the Kifaru setup, for 185, that is their deluxe package for their quiver. You're going to get the belt, the quiver. You're also going to get a release pouch, a water bottle holder, which is good up to that 32-ounce Nalgene bottle, and then you'll also get their mini belt pouch, which provides a little bit of additional storage and then also organization. Now, what really separates these two is this pocket right here that KUIU provides with it. Kifaru offers their Rogan, which is very similar in size, but if you wanted to add that to your Kifaru setup, you're looking at about another $120, bringing that overall package to 300 bucks. Now, the only other thing that I want to mention is KUIU sources all of their fabric and material in Japan, and then it's manufactured in China, whereas the Kifaru setup is 100% all American made. They source everything from the US, everything from the buckles, the fabric, all the way down to the threads here in the US, and then, like I said, it's manufactured in the US, so it is expected that the cost is going to be a little bit higher. But if you guys have any other questions, you can leave me a comment below. You can always reach out to me directly on Instagram. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Your guys' support greatly helps us out, keeps us doing what we're doing. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you on the next one.